Now,
I don't agree with that, but
I don't know if I agree with that either, but I can at least get behind. I can at least get behind the concept that you should take the best player available. You should really enter in a duel as a team.
yeah.
One way or the other. And you can see in position. All right, are we ready yet? I'm like spinning gold already.
You haven't even had your drink yet, Nico.
Are we live?
Oh, wait.
I know our producer always says
He always does that.
he does a
But
really
hey, but look what
make sure we're up front.
look where we're at. We're in a familiar venue, boys and girls. I love it. Wait, we're at the Wing Nut. This is home. This is home in Richardson because you know why it's home? Because they officially made it the Chicago Bears Bar. Absolute official. I love it here. This is such great food. After all the places we've been, it's live. It's living color. It's absolutely. They're all here with fans everywhere. Fans everywhere. Not just Bears fans. We got them all. That was great.
Draft day is my Super Bowl.
Happy draft day.
Happy draft.
It's like opening up for Christmas morning. Can we open up our presents yet? What did we get? What did we get?
Currently, we have the 10th pick of the draft, right?
So we have to wait a little bit.
Right? But.
Save the wait. Let's not spoil it yet. We got a long show. We have a long show. We have a very long show. We can. We can. It's.
I mean, let's be honest. One of the safest bets out there is the Kansas City State game.
It's a done deal. No, we're past number one. Who cares? Who cares? Move on. Move on.
Of course, we're still going to wait 15 minutes after the start of the draft. I hate that aspect.
Look, it's drama. You got to build the drama. This is what we come for the energy. You know what? Yes, please. I was actually just about to say this. Here's the thing. That is the only thing I don't like about this draft because it's in a, come on now, for all intents and purposes, it's in a crap town. It's in a crap town. There's nothing in Green Bay. And that's not just me being a Bears fan. It's a crap town. If anybody's ever been to Green Bay, if anybody ever been to Wisconsin, there's nothing there. Probably, it could probably fit in one suburb of Chicago. Yeah, exactly like I said. That's Downers Grove. That's Downers Grove. Like, what are we talking about here? This is insane.
I wish I could go into the mind of the individual who made the decision. Because last year, they were in Vegas on the Strip.
Fantastic. City.
The Bellagio waterfall.
Sin City. Love it. Yes.
Much less Packers fans. I mean, I don't necessarily hate them, but
I do. I do. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it.
We went from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, we're going downhill. We're going downhill. I want us to come back. Come back. I think we would be remiss as part of this introduction, which we'll have more time to talk about. We have to say rest in peace, Steve Mongo McMichael, a legend. Another one of our 85 Bears gone. And look, ALS. That's a terrible disease. Yeah, a terrible disease. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, we got drinks now. Here we go. There we go. Cheers to it. Hey, happy draft day. Oh, get ready. Oh, I bet. Oh, you can feel that one. You can. Hey, it's gonna be a good draft. Hey, we got a long show here, boys and girls. Oh, we got a long show to here, but hey, we're gonna be here with you. We're at least to the Cowboys pick, right? Like we got to at least make it to them. It seems like you lost your mic. You lost- Yeah, hey, look, but this is. You gotta set it up. Are
Are we better, Mr. Producer?
we better?
All right. I guess we're still figuring out the technical issues of our equipment.
Hey, look, here's the thing. People didn't see our last show because we were kind of fighting through that. That was
Let's
that
not
was
let's focus on the future, right? Because what is the draft but focusing on the
It
future?
is the future.
You know, I always think that's why the draft has a special place
This is exciting.
in your hearts,
Yes.
right?
It's the
Everything,
hope. It's the hope.
everything is fresh. Everything is new, right? You've got young kids realizing their dreams. You've got analysis going on and on. You know, every player in the NFL goes through this process. Even Steve McMichael, right?
This is where the kids live their dreams.
Yeah.
This is where their dreams come true. This is it. This is how everything that they've worked on up to this point is now come to fruition. All their hard work. This is what we get to see.
By the way, can we make a little comment? Why the heck are people in bicycles riding around?
You know, it's a spectacle now. Like nobody knows what they're doing. Like the NFL just kind of wants to throw things out there now, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good with it. Whatever. Like if this is your thing, if this is how you want to do it, okay. I'm not mad at it.
You know, I don't know. I'll sit there and say to each their own. But Green Bay does have a heavy lift, right? Because the energy from Vegas, the energy from Detroit was palpable.
We got Roger Goodell. It is amazing that man still gets booed. It's hilarious. Like I don't think I've ever seen another person in football history hated so much than this man, Roger Goodell, as he comes to the podium.
You know,
And people just say, hey.
I think it's a universal concept that inauthentic people are people that are generally disliked.
Yeah.
And I think the commissioner of most sports,
Silver doesn't get that much hate.
effective, he gets his fair share. Let's be honest. You know, maybe not as bad as Goodell. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see him going on some placard holier than thou situation, right?
So
And you know, middle managers are the inauthentic people of the animal kingdom, and he is the poster child.
oh, he absolutely is. He absolutely is.
And I want to say something about Goodell, and a little bit in his defense. Do you remember about 4 years ago we had the infamous COVID draft?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's
on the Zoom call.
and he participated. He goes in. He went to his basement on his little ottoman, and hey, I'm the commissioner.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the scene where he had the Zoom call with all the fans booing him, and him going, "Come on, little louder, little louder."
He soaks it in.
The biggest cure to bullies. Join in. It's like, yeah, I got a funny nose. Cool. Yeah, you're right. I got a funny nose.
Embrace it.
Embrace it. Lean in. He actually bought a level of respect for me on that day. I'll be completely honest with you.
Here's the thing. There's a thing that they say about any publicity is good publicity, right? That's what they say. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so it's I think he's embracing it.
Yeah.
He's one of the highest paid commissioners in history.
Yep.
And I'm talking about across all sports in history. So obviously he's doing something for the owners, because that's who at the end of the day is cutting his check.
Those are his bosses. He's got to make the bosses happy. That's
and until he's not making the owners. We're booing. Who are we booing? Oh, Green Bay. We're booing Green Bay. Oh, is that Clay Matthews? It's Clay
That's
Matthews.
Clay Matthews.
So I hope.
Is that really?
So here's the thing. This is why Clay Matthews. I hope he falls off the stage and breaks his ankle. I don't want him to like be severely hurt, but like just like an ankle break, he'll be fine. He's not going out on the field anytime soon. So it's like it is what it is. Clay Matthews. I don't care about that. Producer.
Look, the Chicago Bears.
First guest. You want to grab our first?
The Chicago Bears had the NFL draft 2 years. In fact, we're the ones who started this road show.
We did it. So I don't care what Clay Matthews.
One of the most, the first. I was there at the stage for the first one in Grand Park. One of the most amazing times I ever had.
It was fantastic. It looks fantastic. And look, guess what? We had the space to fill the people. Look, come on now. Who are we talking about? Green Bay. Nobody wants to go to Green Bay. Even the draft picks were sitting there like, we got to go sit in Green Bay to get picked. I'll stay at home. I would. I'm not going over there.
So every year, the NFL invites 20 players.
Yes.
To come to the quote-unquote green room, right? They have cameras staring straight at you the whole time.
Facts.
And obviously, if you're projected to go first or second or third, that's perfectly okay.
Of course.
But if you're like projected to go like 20th, 25th, I would do what Jackson Dart did and decline the invitation.
Stay home. But you know what was always go down in infamy, and my funniest thing, because I don't like him, is the fact that Aaron Rodgers got invited to the green room.
So
they're projected number one, and he sat there.
What's interesting is Shedeur Sanders is going. I actually one of my predictions today. He's going to end up the Aaron Rodgers of this draft. Sit and wait and wait and wait.
But Aaron Rodgers was projected number one.
Shedeur
is not projected number one. That's the difference. Shedeur knows he's probably going to fall to the team. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but before you start, I do want to introduce. We have a special guest.
We have a guest.
Wait, no, because I'm excited about this. This is literally the Wingnut Hall of Famer, the one that has made this a Bears bar, official Bears bar, and the man with some of the greatest Bears history stories of all time. Rich Pamico.
How are you, Mr. Rich? How are you, sir? How are you? Come on.
I'm gonna move out. Come on, brother. I want you right in there, brother. Very good. All right.
How are you, sir? How'd the Oscars treat you? Still alive. All right.
Ready to get excited about this year.
So you know what?
What do you want to do?
I personally want to hear. Obviously, Bears Nation lost one of our favorite sons. And I know you knew him personally. Can you share with us your favorite Mongo story?
All right. First of all, there are numerous, but one of my favorites had to be getting ready for a game in December 1986. It's about 10 a.m. of a 3 o'clock game. It's or for a noon game, excuse me. And it's about 8 degrees, wind chill, 10 below. And there's Mongo in the end zone, shorts and a t-shirt. Dan Hampton next to him. They're looking out of the field. Look, it's a beautiful sunny summer day. That's Mongo. Okay? What a lot of people don't know is that he did not become a Bear until 1981. And it was an injury to Brad Shearer. Was the reason the Bears actually signed McMichael. If Brad Shearer doesn't get hurt, he does not become a Bear.
Was he not a third-round pick?
Well, McMichael?
Yeah.
Up in New England.
So I actually did not know this. He was a New England draft pick.
Right.
Okay.
He got cut. He got cut by Patriots because they said he was too mean.
Too mean.
Too mean. So he was.
Did they still believe that 4 years later after they destroyed him? I'm just asking a question.
But they cut him. He was free in 1980. So 81, Brad Shearer gets hurt. The Bears signed McMichael because in the summer after the loss to the Eagles playoff game, 1979, at the end of the season, they played the Eagles in round one. Lost. It came during that off season, very shortly after the season. Jim Finks, the then general manager, is walking around in the old Hallis Hall. Anybody knows where I'm going to mention? 250 North Washington Street, Lake Forest. He says to here's Buddy Ryan saying, I need a warrior, I need a warrior, I need a warrior. So he thinks about that, remembers that. So when Shearer gets hurt, that's when Jim Finks goes and finds Steve McMichael. Now, the reason he found McMichael was he was looking at McMichael the year he looked at Dan Hampton. Remember, Hampton and McMichael were enemies, if you will. McMichael at Texas, Hampton at Arkansas.
Okay.
Both were seniors in 79. The Bears took Hampton with their first round pick.
Yes.
In 79. So here comes McMichael into the Bears. Now, Buddy Ryan, to his credit, thinks to himself, well, this will motivate McMichael too with having Hampton out there. What he didn't realize was he had the warrior already in McMichael. What it did was it helped Buddy Ryan understand. Now he can use Hampton anywhere. This was the guy Hampton needed next to him. Plus, McMichael understood his role. He was not the enforcer Hampton was. He was a force. So when Hampton went to a rookie and said, you better play well or you're going to hear from me.
Okay.
Okay. McMichael would turn around to that player and say, and I get what's left. Steve McMichael was the embodiment of what the Bears were all about. One of the best stories about him actually comes from the man who followed.
Good for him. Good for him.
All right. Now, Steve McMichael, the coach after Mike Dave Onstead, tells a great story about McMichael, the person he was. When they were in Pleasantville, Wisconsin, a small town, not much there. There was a VFW place for people. And one day during training camp, the Bears were getting a day off after practice. So, let's see, we got a trade.
Wow. We got our first trade of the draft right off the bat.
Here we go. You know, the owner of the Jaguars is from Chicago, from Illinois.
Yeah, Mr. Persian mustache and everything. Yes. Wow, good for fascinating. Draft started. Tell us how you feel about draft day.
I think it's one of the most intriguing days here. It's the one day everybody feels like they win the Super Bowl.
You know, it's hope personified, but not just for two teams. The Super Bowl is about two teams. This is about all of them.
All 32.
And that's, to me, that's just beautiful.
And it's really the only sport where that is true. Because even in basketball, where the top draft pick is normally exalted, it doesn't have the enthusiasm football.
Well, I mean, you know, the draft exists in other U.S. sports, right? But you're right. The best player of that draft might end up being in the third round, right? And And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Well, in basketball, it's only 2 rounds. There's only 2 rounds in the NBA.
Well, for a good reason, right? There's a lot fewer spots.
Yeah, a lot. But I will tell you this: I'm very excited about the WNBA in terms of what happens with the women's sports, the growth of the sport. The Dallas Wings getting Paige Beckers, I'm very excited for them because Caitlin Clark lift them up last year, and now this young lady going to lift them up again. With the Sky, with Angel Reese, and now with her former college teammate Haley Van Lith joining in. It's going to be a lot of fun for Chicago. Anyway, back to the Bears for a second. McMichael. So, players had to go out of town to have fun. When you're in Butler, Wisconsin, you had practice the next day. So the players got to leave town. So they wanted an assistant over to the BMW. And Dave walks in with the coaches, like Tony Wise and Clarence Brooks, who's at the bar, McMichael. McMichael says, "Hey guys, going to heading out to see the players. Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for the day off. Takes two $100 bills. Put some on the tip. Take care of it." That's the kind of guy he is. He never missed a charity event in Chicago. He was always there for people. On the field, he always gave it all.
Yeah.
He always made sure he did what was necessary. He made the move that opened the hole for Dan Hampton. He made a move that opened the side for Otis Wilson, Richard Deck. He was always doing the job. And he worked harder than anybody else in the field.
Yeah.
He told Buddy Ryan, "I've been working out. I'm ready to play." When he got to the Bears, he didn't realize he was behind Alan Page, the former Viking. Finished his career in Chicago. Alan Page didn't practice much during his last year with the Bears. So, McMichael did all the snaps. McMichael's huffing and puffing. But before that, he told Buddy Ryan, he said, "I'm in shape. I'm preparing with my big dog." Before he had Chihuahuas, he had this big dog named Roscoe P. Coltrane. And named after Dukes of Hazzard. Sheriff. Big Great Dane. He said, "I run with him every day." He got done with the practice. He's huffing and puffing. Buddy walked up to him and he said, "Hey, 76, you're right. You should have signed the dog."
So is he your favorite Bears from the 80-45 team?
No, first of all, I love everybody from that team. But my Bear from that team, I probably would say Mike Singletary.
Rich.
Because of what he did as a leader.
So I think that's Rich. I've always loved the stories. Like you were one of the best storytellers in Bears history, and I really do. The things that you've seen, and I've enjoyed the years that we've had. Like right, like you've been very kind to me and my family, and I've always appreciated. I appreciate everything that you've done here. I don't think anybody can show that. Like that's why Hall of Fame. Your jersey's retired up here. It's a beautiful thing. If you guys haven't checked it out, please come on down to the Wingnut. And this man, if you have a chance to meet this man, please do. It's phenomenal.
We're 63.
Absolutely. We need a prediction from you, though. All right. I know you got sources. I know you heard some things. I want to know what's happening with the Bears. What are we gonna do, especially after this? After Jacksonville trading up to number 2, where are we at? Where do you see us?
It has to do with who did Jacksonville take, who's going to be taken.
Okay.
If they take Abdul Carter, not a big surprise.
Yeah.
The key is going to be in the top 5 who goes where. If there's one guy available and the Bears can find a way to get him, they want Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Okay? He's running with Boise State, Heisman Trophy runner-up. This is a young man who's very mature. He has all the qualities of a great running back.
Okay.
I say to people, he has a lot of the Peyton-like qualities, except he can't jump.
Oh.
He can't jump like the whole thing.
Okay.
But he has the power running. He
Yeah.
has speed. And he holds onto the ball. He can block. he can catch. He just can't jump.
Yeah.
And does he have? He's got a mentality like Peyton, and I want to see him perform.
Yeah.
If the Bears can get a shot at him, who knows?
Yeah.
I saw this young man at Frisco Lone Star High School here in Texas.
Yeah.
This guy's special. Again, he has Peyton-like qualities. He is not Walter. Nobody is Walter. Nobody will ever be Walter.
That's a tall comparison, though.
It's a
The
comparison.
qualities are even a tall comparison.
Oh yeah, but there's a lot of people that have those qualities. It's just a matter of what they can perform.
Yeah.
Who just went?
Well, it looks like Jacksonville is still picking. So they took their time on this one.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah.
They took their time. Here we go.
Oh, please.
You got to represent the county.
When Clay Matthews introduced the draft, I said, no, Steve McMichael, if he were alive, he'd be down there right now beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, I believe it. Who we got?
Oh, boy.
Did you expect to trade this early?
Not really, because it depended who Cleveland wanted to do. If Cleveland didn't see the player they wanted or think that player they wanted,
Yeah.
or maybe they just thought it was Cleveland too. You got to remember that. But Cleveland may have also said, you know what, we can get this guy we want further down. Okay.
Yeah. Here we go.
Jaguars.
What do we got? And the pick is in, boys and girls. What we got? Travis Hunter.
That is a great pick. First of all, that was somebody Cleveland hadn't wanted, but they kept saying they just wanted to be a receiver.
Yeah.
And Hunter said, I'm not going.
Correct. You have to pick me as both of them. That's what he wanted.
Right. And now Hunter is going to play both corner and receiver for Jacksonville.
Do you think Jacksonville gave up too much for that?
Well, the second pick in the draft, sometimes you have to give it up.
Yeah, that's fair.
If this were the second pick, it'd be too much. Second pick, different.
I can understand.
But Travis Hunter is the kind of guy you give up a lot for. If he's healthy, he is exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner, tremendous receiver, can cover you. I want to see if he plays straight corner or slot.
Yeah.
See what they do.
Well, he said he wants to play both. Do you think he can do that in the NFL? Do you think he can Iron Man it just like he did in college?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
You can do it. My only question is, what if they ask him to play slot, but we have a problem?
Yeah.
Slot, you don't play every play.
Okay. I dig it. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I did not know we are gonna see a trade this early. This is insane, but hey, I'm here for it. I love it.
It's what it's all about. It's what football's all about. Making moves that want to make you a champion.
Yeah.
If you want to be a champion, you got to try.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's why I really think that now Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, with Kevin Warren as their leader.
Absolutely.
See, Kevin was there last year. It was his first year.
Yeah.
I want to see this year how different things are. First of all, you saw free agency,
Yes.
how things worked out.
Correct.
A lot of that was the influence that Ben Johnson and with Kevin Warren, with Ryan Poles.
Yep.
I think the biggest surprise to me was nobody went after Ian Cunningham.
Oh,
Poles'
yeah.
assistant.
Well, they said he had some interviews and he almost became Jacksonville's GM, but I don't know what happened with there. Maybe you have a little bit more insight
As far as
on.
I know, it just didn't pan out.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
Sometimes this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Personalities, philosophies, but Ian is smart.
Absolutely.
He's good.
I'm glad we have. It seems that him and Poles work very well together,
Yes, they do.
and I think they have an understanding.
I think what Kevin Warren does is it takes the pressure off Poles from doing everything.
Yes.
When McCaskey stepped away, thank God, from the running of the football operation,
Yes.
Poles had to do more than just be the GM. Now with Kevin Warren there, he's not only working on the stadium, he's also running the football side, letting Poles be the builder of the team itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I agree. Rich, I definitely appreciate the time. I really hope you come back after the Bears pick. I want to talk to you again about it. I want to get your reaction,
We'll see
your
what
immediate
happens.
reaction.
We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
we might be right back up here.
I'll be
Rich,
back. Thank
It's
you, my
always a
friend.
pleasure, brother. I love the
Let's go
story.
Bears. Love you too.
Go Bears, bear down. Look, it's already been a hell of a ride. Rich, Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Rich, Hall of Famer, Rich.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah,
Thank you,
no,
my
he'll be
friend.
back. We'll be back.
All right. You got it, brother. You got it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
What a fun segue.
I love it.
To talk about Mongo like that and great stories. Obviously, one of the all-time great sports writers of the Chicago.
Did you get sunglasses to try to copy me? Is that what you did?
Mr. Producer said I have to wear these now. So
Oh, fair enough.
I'm all in. It's draft day,
It's draft day,
so we got to
baby.
do something special.
I love it. I'm excited.
How about Jacksonville doing something
Look,
special?
right off the bat, look, did you expect to see a draft?
You know what's interesting is I was just having a conversation with our producer.
Yeah.
Jacksonville just spent $200 million on their franchise quarterback.
Yes. Okay.
They've got a first-round pick on the D line, on the D backs, at the running back position, and the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
Making a splash made a lot of sense for them.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing: is this a splash? That's my only thing about it is like, so I don't know if you saw that interview of Travis Hunter come out. If you're not gonna play me as DB and wideout, don't take me.
Well,
So obviously Cleveland knew they weren't gonna play him for both sides. So that I think that's why they trade back.
here's the thing with Cleveland, and this is why this is a really great win-win trade.
Okay.
Because Cleveland has the biggest albatross contract destroying their salary cap
Oh, of course.
in the history of
The
modern
biggest thief
American
in
sports.
NFL history. The biggest robbery in NFL history.
Listen, the milk is spilt. Crying about what the heck happened when it first happened. It's done with.
Oh, we
Here
already.
we go. Number
Oh,
pick.
we're already. Who?
Abdul Carter from.
Who? Wait a minute. Wait, Abdul Carter is still alive? Wait a minute. Oh no!
You had him as the third pick as well
I
on
did.
your box. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to make some drama here. Shut up. Shut up.
No, but here's the thing.
Yeah. So wait. So far the three picks have been the same. The only difference is
The team's
the
picking.
teams.
Yes.
The teams. That's the
But,
only
but
thing.
let me finish my thought process. on
Yes.
Cleveland.
Go ahead.
So their highest paid player sitting on a bench right now is Deshaun Watson,
Yes. Who deserves to sit on a bench?
who's actually injured next year.
But I don't care if he was
The
injured. He
second
deserves
highest-
to be on the bench.
Their second highest paid player is their all-world D end Myles Garrett.
Who doesn't want to be there?
$40 million. I'll sit on a rock on the shores of Alaska. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I got you.
Let's call a spade a spade. Do you know who the third and fourth highest paid players of Cleveland are? They're cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Did it make sense if your third and fourth highest paid player are cornerbacks to draft another cornerback who sometimes played wide receiver?
That's fair.
Didn't make sense to me.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I'm
But
not
you know
mad
what
at it.
makes even more sense?
I'm not mad at it.
Accumulate draft picks like it's your job, because you're eventually you're gonna have to cut Deshaun Watson and take a big bite on dead cap space.
So here's the only thing I'd push back on that. Cleveland went through a stretch where they had the first overall pick 3 years in a row. They've had draft picks in the past, and they've done nothing with them. They're still in the same spot that they were before. So really, them getting draft picks means nothing to me because they don't know how to use them.
Well,
Now, if you're trying to tell me that they've all of a sudden miraculously figured out how to draft, okay, but there's nothing that shows that.
good teams. I mean, this is the Jimmy Johnson rule. Good teams manipulate the draft board based around who they like. bad teams reach for players just because they feel a need.
And Cleveland does it every year. I don't care if there's any Browns fans watching. I really don't care. You guys are terrible drafters. You guys have terrible off seasons. You guys rely
Can we give them a little hope and say
No.
they made
No.
a good move here?
No.
I really believe they did.
Okay, yes, the move was good, but are they going to do anything with it? No.
Again,
I have no faith
they
in
made
that.
a good move.
Sure.
Jacksonville was aggressive, good for them. But let's bring this back a little bit to the Chicago Bears.
Well, we
Does Cleveland make a deal with the Bears now at 5?
to get more.
Think about that. Trading down twice for Cleveland. That'd be fascinating.
That might not be a bad idea.
I don't think it's a terrible idea.
All right, so let me ask this: are we really all in on Genty? Like, is this really like is this all in or nothing? Well, it's not all in or nothing because we have options. But are we really going to make this strong push for Ashton Genty? You know what? I answer my own question. Yes, because I saw a stat today. Do you want to know this funny little stat?
Listening.
So Genty had the most rushing yards in the entire college football last year, right?
Yes.
You know who second was? Genty with first after contact. After contact was Ashton Genty, number 2.
Yes.
He had 1,700 yards after first contact.
According to PFF, he broke 177 tackles last year.
Insanity.
Do you know who number 2 was? I'll give you the number. 97. Almost half. His ability to break tackles is unprecedented.
So what you're telling me is we got Barry Sanders in the draft again. That's what you're telling me. Okay, Oklahoma State just put another in. Like we have a reverb, like a refresh of Oklahoma State's Barry Sanders with Boise State's Ashton Genty. That's what. Well, then forget it. All in. I'm with it. Let's go.
But here's my question.
Let's do it.
But here's my question.
Hey, you remember our bet from months ago? So hey, we need 3 tequila shots.
Tell the audience what that bet is.
All right. Hey, look. So we have this little tradition. Me and the professor here. Every year we'll have like this one pick that we'll just zero in on.
Of course.
And then that's the pick that we're like, this has to be it. It started a couple years ago with a good old defensive tackle out of Georgia who fell right into our lap.
Yep.
And we had the shots lined up, ready to go. And then all of a sudden, the Bears are trading back. Wait, what? What? So then we start.
Tell everybody who that player was.
I don't want to because
tell everybody who got 2 sacks in the Super Bowl. Tell everybody who was in the Pro Bowl last year.
This is a horrible experience, but I'm going to live with it. I'm not going to say the name because I don't care. Because everybody, I'm not an Eagles fan. Forget them. I don't care. Even though I did wear an Eagles jersey for the Super Bowl. Nobody else saw that. And look, nobody else can prove it.
Well, the alternative was rooting for Kansas City, and
and I don't want Kermit the Frog. Like, what do you mean? Who wants Kermit the Frog? Like that's horrible. But so now our new pick is Ashton Genty this year, and if he goes to the Bears, it is 3 tequila shots.
Yes.
Each, boys and girls. So I'm excited because people who know me, I want to get drunk.
Well,
and that's the quickest way to do it.
I mean, we're T-minus 15 minutes before finding out. Because let me throw something out there.
Woo!
Let me throw something out
there.
So
exciting.
What if Cleveland decides? I'm not saying they're going to do this. What if Cleveland decides we're sticking at 5? We're going to take Genty.
Ooh. So then where do we go? Where does that leave us? First of all, it leaves us with no tequila shots.
That part's also unfortunately true.
It leaves us with no tequila. But, I mean.
All I can tell you is those Jacksonville just threw a monkey wrench into the circus.
Yeah.
And
they just ran away with it. It's like run away.
Everyone's phone are just flying right now. Foles is doing more work in the last 20 minutes than he did in the previous 2 months.
Did you ever expected a trade on the second pick of the draft? The second pick? Already?
I'll be honest with you though. Rumors started flying that Cleveland was shopping.
Okay.
And in retrospect, again, it makes a lot of sense because I just didn't understand why Travis Hunter, how Travis Hunter fits on that team. In fact, there were even late rumors that Abdul Carter was still being considered number 2 overall.
So apparently there's some of the people that are getting in the chat. How about them Cowboys? You know, nobody cares about the Cowboys.
Who do you have? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Who do you have the Cowboys going in the first round of your mock?
You know what? I did my little mock draft. I did your little homework assignment, Professor.
Yes, we did. I got mine right here.
Matthew Golden is who I got going. Oh
Okay.
my God, I have a drink. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Cheers to it. I have my drink. Look, people actually think we care about the Cowboys. I'm just kidding. We care a little bit about y'all. Like, we're here in Dallas.
Real.
Oh, we got number 4. Who'd he go? Where's the pick?
So, pick of the draft right here. Of course, we both have. I believe
that Will
is.
Campbell?
I believe
that looks like Will Campbell. So our tackle is gone.
We've gone chalk so far.
Our tackle is gone. Yeah, no, it's going. This was like sometimes like they do surprises for these drafts, but at the end of the day, most of them.
Well, again, the draft starts here, boys and girls.
Here we go. Because
there's not one mock in the world that had Cleveland picking 5.
Yeah. Here we go.
Again, I gotta give Cleveland some credit.
Yeah.
It made sense.
You know the other thing I love about this place? If you're not a true drinker, that's fine. You don't have to be. But if you are, you might want to come here. You might want to come here because I promise you they will take care of you. Because I took one sip of this. I ordered a Jack and Diet.
I have a splash of diet in mine as well.
I don't know where the diet is. But I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. But it's okay. Here we
But
go.
again, the draft starts right here. I mean, what does Cleveland do as a follow-up to that trade down? I mean, I thought they did a great job.
I swear if I see Roger Goodell walk his little narrow self out there talking about there's been a trade, order the shots. Order the shots. Because we about to go down. It's about to be one of them. This might be a short show. Look, we said we were gonna go through the Bears pick and the Cowboys pick. This might be a short show. I don't know.
What do we think about Travis Hunter playing both ways in the NFL?
I don't think that works in the NFL. I don't. So I asked Rich that question, and he said, "Why not?" And I'm like, "Why not?" Because these are grown men. This isn't kids playing this.
But here's my thought.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Without question, there isn't a scout on the planet who doesn't consider him to be an elite cornerback.
Absolutely.
What is wrong with him also taking snaps at the slot or something like that?
We're both past 30, right? How does your body feel getting out the bed?
He's not 30. He's not 30.
Okay, yeah,
he was the number 1 high school recruit.
He's about to accelerate that.
So it looks like the Browns have made a selection here.
Here we go. Producer, we might need to get it ready because
it does not look like there's a trade in the house here.
I don't know what's about to happen here, but I think we're about to take 3 tequila shots.
I don't know if I have the same positive feelings as you do on this situation right now.
I don't know. I'm getting kind of excited, but it's okay. Because here we go.
Because what would Cleveland? It's going to be like I said.
I'm not mad at
no man's land, and that's the beauty of the draft, right? I mean, there's ongoing negotiations for draft trades.
Absolutely. There's somebody behind the scenes that we don't know what's about to go on.
Amazing.
But it's okay. Look, here's the thing. The fact that Cleveland still hasn't picked, though.
By the way,
they're talking right now.
HBO needs to do this real time show at some point. Just have like a little camera inside of it, and then showcase everything.
This would be
that would be epic.
You know, this draft would probably be one of the better ones to do that with, because I'm sure they are lit right now in those. They are lit, and so I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm excited. I'm excited. We're only on pick number 5, and it's already been recklessness. Like this is hilarious.
Well, I mean,
I love the draft. This is Christmas. Merry Christmas, boys and girls. Merry Christmas.
Obviously, the betting markets flipped about an hour and a half ago.
Sanji. I hate our producer so much. Wait, I hate our producer so much. Get away from me. He is a terrible person. Look, I want to apologize to everybody that's watching. He's a horrible human being. I'm just kidding. I love him, but I don't, because he always makes fun of me. I'm abused. Wait, what was that meme? Every time I come here, I am abused.
So
we got Sanji in the building.
Here we go.
We got Sanji. Oh, look. What do we got? Oh, so they actually did pick. That's good.
Wow.
That's good. Sanji. Hold on. I want to welcome one of the premier members over here. Good old, come on down.
So we are now in the moment of truth, right? Because
this is where it gets significant for the Bears. I don't think the Raiders are grabbing if we're going for change. The thing that I find amazing,
but I do think the Raiders would be open to trading down.
Absolutely, they made it clear they want to trade down. But what's interesting is supposedly the hottest tight end in football hasn't been picked up yet. And who does Indianapolis want?
Well, it's actually kind of an interesting year for tight ends. 3 of them have first-round grades.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what happens here with the Raiders?
How do you feel about everything? What do you think about the Jacksonville trade?
I didn't see that coming.
And here's the thing. That is true. Nobody did. But in retrospect, we should have been more critical and thought about that trade was coming. Because one of the things I said was them getting Hunter made no sense. Their 3rd and 4th highest paid player are 2 26-year-old former Pro Bowl quarterbacks. What is the point of building a team around 3 top 10 quarterbacks? No one's ever done that. It does not happen.
This is a wise butt comment, but Jacksonville needs to fill seats.
I mean, look, Jacksonville.
Or are they saying our quarterback is so bad that we paid for?
Well, I mean, look, Jacksonville had a $200 million quarterback. Right. They can't get rid of him. He's going nowhere. And I mean, if I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan right now, I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be.
Absolutely.
I really think in the NFL, I really don't think this kid's going to get as many snaps on both ends of the ball. But if he can have 3 or 4 games where he has that game-changing maneuver, that's the difference for a team.
Because you got to remember, one of the things you got to remember about Jacksonville, the best rookie wide receiver last year was not Marvin Harrison.
No.
Was not a Dunze.
No.
It was actually Brian Thomas, the rookie wide receiver from LSU that the Jaguars selected.
Exactly.
That's exactly what the Jaguars getting a primary cornerback and a secondary or tertiary wide receiver who could do some special things. That's exactly what they needed.
Exactly.
Why am I getting notifications the Raiders are taking Jets? Why am I getting notifications of this? Is this what's happening right now? Like, why am I getting notifications? Did we just lose out on Jetsy?
Looks like we might have, if that's correct.
We do not. Look.
No, I'm watching the same thing you are, but I don't see the trade coming in.
No, and they may be asking for too much. We're not going to give the farm to go up that high because right now You got both tight ends coming.
Yeah.
You got another stud offensive line coming. No one's touched the linebackers. And you
By
have
the
the
way,
best defensive
Can
tackle.
I mention something to you?
Real quick, before this pick comes in, I got to ask you about Mongo.
Go for it.
Literally, we lost a great one. I want to know your favorite story of Steve Mongo McMichael.
When he threw the freaking chair through the dang in a team meeting when they lost it, Buddy Ryan went silent and let Mongo speak. And then another one, which is off topic for him, when he went to the WCW professional wrestling. I have a background with WCCW. I knew a lot of these guys. Someone who I considered close friends to me was a guy by the name of Rick Rude. And Rick Rude would tell you the stories. And Rick Rude was a real man. No one crossed him in the locker room. You said the next craziest son of a gun you would meet? Mongo.
I love it.
Mongo.
All right, moment of truth, boys.
Moment of truth.
I think it is.
Oh, they're making their pick.
There's no trade, so it's got.
All right. So where do we go? Tyler Warren.
Well, let's.
There it is.
There it goes.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh.
Now let's see what the Bucks do. You know what they want.
So, what do the Bears do now?
Bears sit where they're at.
I think Tyler Warren.
They're going to get 4 of the other guys they wanted falling in their lap. And I honestly
One
feel
of the things I told him on our last show. Holes is way more notorious than most on drafting players who come for top 30 visits.
true.
There were 4 players who were worthy of the 10th pick that got a top 30 visit. Will Campbell, gone. Mason Graham, gone. Ashton Genty, gone. The tight end from Penn State was the 4th.
And the other guy I wouldn't be surprised on, and it may surprise people, a certain defensive end from Michigan.
I'm gonna raise you on this. I'm gonna raise Mason Graham's gone.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No. I'm gonna. One of the things I told the guys here is, yes, Ashton Genty would have been the great pick.
Yep.
However, Ashton Genty and Swift have a similar physical profile, right? They weren't complementary like Sonic and Knuckles in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who would be complementary to Swift? O'Marion Hampton from North Carolina. Let me before you sniff at that. There were more than a few scouts in the NFL that had him above Genty in evaluation. Okay, that's 1. 2, his RAS score was significantly better than Genty. He hits a couple profile points, and actually he did come for a 20-30 visit.
Yep.
Top 30 visit to
You
Chicago.
don't pick them at 10. You shouldn't do it at 10.
He'll be gone in the first round.
I'm just saying.
But
So
this
then you
is,
trade back.
depending what
But let me-
happens
but
here,
let me throw
the
something
Bears
at you
have
right
nothing
now.
to lose to trade down.
I know they're not going to trade up for Warren.
So let me
No.
ask this: if they pick Warren,
What if Warren goes right
You
now?
keep them.
I mean, well, you have
But
to.
you
have to
got to
be
remember,
competitive.
Johnson likes guys. That period, what's the term I should use? I don't want.
Conservative.
Well, no. It's game plan around, but there's another term. I said it to you. Scheming. He always has. He uses the most tight ends in formation than any other coach in the NFL.
But Ben Johnson does not traditionally use a two tight end set.
He's the number 1 guy in the NFL for the 2 tight end set.
How many catches did the backup tight end Detroit get?
But that wasn't his job. That wasn't the second tight end's job.
But that's what we're asking now. That's
Right.
the question.
His job
Do
was
you
to
know
run
how many?
block.
Do you know how many receptions he received?
Not
I
much.
agree with you, but that doesn't mean he didn't do
12.
2 tight end sets.
Right. but that's still what he likes.
But what do you think is more valuable to the system? A complementary back to his pass catching scat back, or a backup tight end who last year on a Super Bowl contending team got 12 catches?
Do you not think Roshan Johnson could be there?
I'm not saying you can't, right? One of the things I told you was I think they also like the running back from Iowa, Taylor.
Yes, they did.
And you can get him in the second or third round.
Same with the guy from Ohio State. That was the sleeper one.
And not Hutchinson, the other one.
The other one.
Jenkins, who actually got the highest RAS score amongst running backs. It was Jenkins and then
you're
Merriam. And Poles is a big RAS score guy. He loves these some texture of athleticism, right? And a lot of his picks, especially his early ones, have had very good RAS scores. Now, Jenny had a good RAS score, so that wasn't a disqualifier for him. However, obviously, the Raiders decided that they're not going to make any deal with the Bears.
And they took their third and the best guy on the board.
So with now Genty off the board, the true prediction. We talked a little bit about what we actually want.
Yeah.
Where do we go? Where do we actually go?
I honestly believe Hampton will be the pick. Because I believe Warren is getting selected in the next two picks.
The reality is I have to agree with them on this. But I'm going to tell you, there's two linebackers on. The one thing this team has needed for 3 years, weak side linebacker.
We just extended one.
Yeah, but
for 2 years.
He's not the weak side.
He's not weak side.
TJ Edwards not the weak side.
Both of our running backs are signed for the next 2 years. They're not going running back.
This is also Poles, and he's going to surprise us.
And again,
I think
I really believe, studying that top 30 list gives a lot of clues on where they're going to go, and I truly believe. And by the way, we can't discount trading down either.
Right. I got a feeling it might be a trade down now.
Because I will say, here's
wait. You like that Pittsburgh trade down now? There was Shador going number 10.
I think it'll be with the Colts.
That would not be. Well, no, Shador. Someone's gonna.
No, what I mean by that is if we trade down,
someone's going to reach for Shador at some point.
I think they can reach at us. Here's the thing.
That's not impossible. Yes.
Look, if Pittsburgh gets the mock trade from Pittsburgh was we get 3 picks from them.
Right.
We go down to 21 and we get a third and a fifth from them of this year.
Yeah, I know.
That's not bad.
That's a good deal.
But here's my one concern. One of the things I mentioned to you the other day was Poles has done an incredible job using his cap space. Right? So you know who has the smallest dead cap space in the NFL currently? Chicago Bears. It's not just under $4 million.
Right.
All right? To give you context, the 49ers have 65.
Yep.
Okay? At the same time, the Bears have the third smallest cap space available.
Yep.
So what that says is they've spent all their money on players who are going to make the team.
That's why they have to get a game-changing player right there.
Who?
The Amu guy.
Armand Membu. This makes sense. They lost their right tackle in free agency.
Okay.
Membu actually was one of the big winners of the combine. I actually had him going in the spot as well on my mock draft. So this makes a lot of sense. Well, some people did have Tyler Warren going in the spot. That would not have been crazy either. I do want to say something.
Him going to the Saints at number 9.
I do want to say something. I do want to say something. The odds of Warren going to the Bears has increased dramatically.
Very big time.
So it's either going to be Warren. I think it's going to either be Warren or it's going to be the Texas tackle. I think it's those two.
Well, again, the Texas Tech was not invited to Chicago. I'm just saying.
Still, we drafted a certain quarterback many moons ago, and he wasn't invited.
Hey, there he is.
Quarterback.
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
You're only talking about
Who was the GM?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
This is really
All right, Poles is
Yeah.
The New York Jets just messed up their draft pick, so that's not
They
unusual.
absolutely did.
That's
well.
not unusual.
I think they did.
I listen. We if you remember, the Jets just recently signed our favorite son, Justin Fields, to be their quarterback.
Justin,
And if anything that we've learned about Justin Fields is he needs to be protected. Last year they drafted Olu Fashanu, the guy I wanted the Bears actually to draft.
Right.
And this year they get the other end of the tackle side. So I think the Jets made a good pick.
We need a prediction. Genty's off the board. We need a prediction.
I like Ty Warren. I like Ty Warren. And you know
He
what?
is the value on the board. I'm starting to believe you.
Reason being is because you have Cole Kmet, you have the wide receivers. You get another tight end that can actually catch the ball. He can run the ball. He's elusive. He can do everything. He can snap
stretch
the
the field.
He can stretch the field. You need a guy that can stretch the field. So that's I think that would be a really good pick. I also think if they trade down, go defense. Go get a defensive lineman so you can go get a rusher.
That was the other rumor. So there was a rumor that came across that if Genty's off the board and Will Campbell's off the board, they would look at trading with Pittsburgh because they want Shedeur. They would give us the 3rd and the 5th, obviously, plus the swap for the 21st for him. I don't think I'm necessarily mad at that. Like,
I wouldn't.
Our show is going to go a little bit longer.
I wouldn't be either. And the reason why is because the Bears haven't had draft capital in probably 2 or 3 years, right? But
he played around with it.
But Ryan Poles, right, and Kevin Warren this offseason probably went to Ryan Poles and said, "Don't mess this up. You have to go out and get your guys now.
Exactly.
Because you need the
Well, we
crowd.
We saw that in the
You need
offseason with the linemen that they traded. They traded, not just signed.
They
We
traded.
traded for
Yep.
Jonah Jackson, and then we traded for John Tooney. Yes, thank you.
And then 5 minutes after free agency started,
They signed
They
from Atlanta.
the top center available is Drew Dalton.
Yep.
So, look, I'm not mad at it. He's being aggressive. I've been wanting Poles to be aggressive ever since he got
I
here.
agree.
A lot of people used to.
Going back to my original point, Poles has been exceptionally aggressive this offseason.
Yes, this on.
He has.
But it
The
took a long
Bears have the smallest dead cap space and are the third least available cap space.
A lot of people gave a lot of heat to Ryan Pace. But the one thing that you can't ever knock about Ryan Pace, he went out and got people.
That is true.
He went out. He got Khalil Mack. He got Akeem Hicks. He went out. Prince Akumar. Yeah, you know what it was. Look, he went out and said, "I'm going. Look, either I'm all in or I'm not."
And drafted who at quarterback?
Okay, fine. But yeah,
How was that offensive line?
exactly. Fine. Yes, the Mitch debacle. But look, everybody forgets Mitch was not this random scrub. There was a lot of experts that had him as the number 1 prospect at quarterback. So let's not act like he was just throwing spaghetti at a wall. Now, did we agree with it? Did we want Deshaun Watson at the time? Nobody said Patrick Mahomes was going to be the choice. Everybody truly wanted Deshaun Watson, the Heisman winner. Right? That's who, at the time, we were like, oh, wait, what'd you do here? But let's not act like Mitch Trubisky wasn't highly rated. He built a team that he thought. And then look, and in 2018, we thought it was it. Now, the double doink. We was like, oh, fire the kicker, get a better one, and then we're good. We thought we were
Cody
good.
Parton.
Cody Hart. That name will forever live in infamy. Infamy. Look, our producer is laughing
Cody
because he heard the name
You
Cody
son
Hart.
of a-
So Carolina,
God,
they're
he's
big
a-
San almost immediately here. I mean, I had Jalen Walker going here, but I don't know. You know,
right.
that's the beauty
I'm
of
gonna-
the draft. You know,
I'm gonna make a bold prediction right now. Shador Sanders does not go to Pittsburgh. Shador Sanders goes to Cleveland.
Cleveland trading all the way up to get him.
And
back.
that makes sense because
Shador
after next
Sanders
year,
goes to Cleveland.
you can get rid
So
of
how far does he have to fall to get there?
29.
You think he's falling to
Fair enough.
29? He's not-
That I don't agree with.
No, if he gets to Pittsburgh naturally, Pittsburgh is taking him.
Well, I agree. But if he doesn't,
What we got? Wow. Well,
Wow.
that's best of my mock draft.
My draft is fun. My draft, I had him like 20th.
So you know what's funny is I actually had McMillan going to us. I don't know why. I was just trying to be different.
nobody had that on
By
the
the-
bingo card.
By the way, you're actually in the lead
Look,
now.
I literally had him. McMillan at number 10. I was like, yeah,
I didn't even have this guy in the top 15.
Yeah, no.
he's the best wide receiver
I
in the
still
draft.
didn't have him in the
He
top
was
15.
the best. I thought Carolina would go edge rusher here. You know, they want to.
I thought they were going to go one of the linebackers.
Everyone, their mother had Jalen Walker.
Oh, we're still live. Okay. Okay. All right, we just don't have the lighting.
Oh, there we go.
And the Lord said, let there be.
Let there be light.
Oh my God!
Wow, New Orleans.
Wait.
New Orleans snap calls.
Wait! Oh, they already picked.
New Orleans is snap calling.
All right, wait. Who do I have at New Orleans? Oh, I already lost that because I had Armin Mamudu, like whatever it is.
I actually have Banks here, the Texas guard.
All right, so I already messed up mine's already messed
No
up.
one is going to be
I think
perfect.
New Orleans is going defense. I really do.
But I
The
think.
two offensive linemen they wanted are gone.
Oh yeah, they're gone. And so they might trade
All
down.
right, Banks.
That's where I think they might make a move.
Banks was
The Colts desperately want a tight end. They need offense. But they're not.
Banks was making a late run.
They might. That's why I'm saying the whole time. They are part of it. They don't work.
Trading down. We're trading down.
I still don't think you might do that. It's not. And the tight end.
It's either Warren or him. If they're both available, I actually know what an idea.
I'm not paying for
You guys are sitting here 15 seconds, so I think this is
Hooters will boom.
But who do we prefer, Hammond or Warren?
At this point, it has to be Warren.
I go Warren.
He's a better option.
Look at how many tight ends are now proving to be for those teams. You can't get wins one football game. Two positions always will happen. So Dave's pick is in. That's a very good question.
The Bears
What is happening right now?
I believe
We might have traded that.
all in the draft.
And a lot of people would say, well, I don't think it's absolutely right to get to that. I don't know. Only thing I can think of. Here we go, boys. Oh, access. I am correct, Did you see what it did? You put this giant video on I had him at 20. All right, I guess I'm back in the we're trading now. Right here.
Oh my God!
Oh no, we can do another time war. Oh no, wait. Wait at the very end.
I want to know why my daughter has animals. I want to know.
And by the way,
We need a reaction from Rich. Come on in.
He's a little small.
You got to remember.
Whole fans trying to trade place. We're trying to go up one. We're trying to go down.
The Bears pick is in. All right, here we go. Time to one. Welcome to Chicago.
Let's just see.
Well, this. Oh, there it is. There it is. Loveland is the pick. Loveland is the pick.
Listen up.
What? How many votes I won?
Depends.
Like on the board.
That's that damn Oh, and that's really the thing. Boys and girls, I'm not excited at all.
All everything is coming out today. So let's get to the next week.
Can
Hey,
I throw something out? Okay, look, obviously this is Friday. Brothers mentioned today. You like better than work or free?
it's all Thursdays enough. Now, let me tell you something. I want to say, I want to hear you say this name.
Oh, is this really a fake?
This will be a good outset.
After all this, I know you don't. But you don't
Schedule release May 14th.
You get a lot of good things from Michigan.
Michigan had 3 players talk on today. Dominant.
And
Everybody
why would you slide in?
He's the head of the line.
You start go on.
Go.
All right,
Well, I'm serious. Here we go. Let's take this in, boys and girls.
hello.
Oh,
The Mongols.
Go. Here's the David Meyer. Cheers, Mongo.
Contributions to the game and the community will never be forgotten. His legacy will continue to to the fourth camp, every goal of the field job. It's looking down the season Michael's teammates and close the crowd. Running back Texas State.
50 years ago, we got the ball.
50 years.
15 years ago.
One touchdown over 13 seasons. We can see out the difference. As you look at it, now continues to honestly this.
It's the last one of the that's like three. Here we go. They're waiting to move. They're waiting.
Ben Johnson. Oh, wait. I need to read the we have a different point. We have a combination in the what Johnson wants in his offense. This is going to be and because of that, too, also you got to remember, Johnson watched 2 years.
This isn't just something to solve.
Why do you think it like level
You can work through these things.
You think it's gonna pan out? Like, what do you think?
So we won't know until we hear maybe a scheme with this.
Hey, by the way, can we take another two shots? Wait, I haven't talked. So look, I honestly would have preferred a Marion Hampton. I didn't know you were. But again, that's a lot of boxers that had done. Back into the first round of Hampton. Yes! Lock it in! Obviously, the Bears, the rumors that the market continually try and advance. They tried. Hey, is that not and Hampton is a very close range. Is it not crazy for them to try to going back into the first and do it for Hampton?
That makes sense.
I know you know.
Use them in the back. Use them in stuff. All that. And you got a guy who can chase it. Because you got a guy who is the real last
Do you think it's too high to grab a supporting role at number 10? Hold them in. First, grab it up.
I don't. Hold on. You say.
Oh, you think it's going to
think he's going to be free against him.
So then why give both of them Okay.
Now, you also have a guy. You also now have a guy that now you can lean on and keep him underneath his wing and teach him.
The Bears in history with the mark changes. Now, who's that? Look at TJ Edwards this side.
you like it?
I like it.
Because I really believe
Oh, he's doing this.
be honest.
No.
I'm not saying but my co-host. They trade up with randomly.
Yeah.
Now you took care of, now you got your tight end little boy and your complimentary running back.
They need a guy to go opposite.
They're looking at Michael Williams. But those guys have they make them more available in the second round.
I have the down.
Storylines leading up to the flag.
Absolutely, sweetheart. We're live and in color. But you're in the top 10. There's different. Now, I'll agree with you both. But if you're in the top 10, you need an immediate impact. And I don't think he is the immediate impact. You're talking about potential. That means project to me.
Oh, no, hold on. You're talking about and the new head coach. This guy is supposed to be okay? No, I've been playing now.
And then
He'll be tight end.
Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. Would I told you I was going to happen. I told you what happened 2 hours ago. And it's like, would you be like, coming up?
and that's what my point is. Because I warned all of you. This go and the defensive tackle falls us, and then we decide to trade back. No, we don't forget. No reason. I don't like
Jalen Carter? Yes,
there should be no reason in God's green earth that Jalen Carter falls from 1 to 10, and then we trade back. How crazy this sounds? He was following this all win.
He had a attack.
And
That's like, well, what are you going to do if your owners won't let you do it? He's that's graphics. Not
so that's what I for the team. And you don't need to get charged with it.
they don't give a damn.
All right, so we're in Cowboys right now. So we're in Dallas, boys. All right, so we have to acknowledge it. I'm sorry. We have to acknowledge it because we're in Dallas. Our show, we catered to Dallas Cowboys fans. What's our pick for Dallas? So my contract had massive volume. We have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge How about them Cowboys? It doesn't matter who you pick.
I do.
And you're not. Wait. What did I say?
What is that? What's that?
You already knew.
I don't want to. Watch it live.
That's what I said.
Thank you. Hey,
Our producer finally did. Wait, hold on. I will say, I don't like our producer any other time, but like, tonight, he's been working his ass off tonight. He look, if you watch the video, you go back, he got the graphics, he got everything. He's working tonight. He doesn't beat no trouble.
I think Spartan's got to go.
I had him on the Jabron show.
Hey, so, you know what the Cowboys, here we are here. It's November 1985. Terrorist
Hold on, I just want to hear it. Have you called him? What?
Wait, what? 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 What?
Wait, what?
Wait, go get that Cowboys fan. Go get him back over here.
Hey, guys, say something to you.
There you go. And this is we're doing it for our fans.
Never disappoint.
He's
Wait. Hold on. Look up. I got to go back after this. How about them Cowboys? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Hold on. Wait a minute. What are y'all doing?
That's a big motherfucker. I go, what the
You believe in being flat, in practice, and athletic as hell? Or do you believe in practice and produce power?
I believe in production. I don't know. Wait, no,
What is this? What is this?
If he had an ounce of athleticism, who would it be? He nearly broke the record for how skinny and graceful he was.
321 pounds.
Okay. Okay. What is a ransom? Relative, athletic.
This was a bad match. Look.
Wait. Time out. Go ahead, Rick. This is the Cowboys. He made a mistake.
Yeah, the Cowboys never disappoint. The Cowboys never disappoint. Like, you expect something that makes sense. And they're like, hey, just hit it.
No fucking.
What? Hold on. It's the where's the running? I haven't dedicated that.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Jerry, you do not have our draft roll.
Talking over. You said it. You said it.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Here's the thing. I really believe it. I really believe it. I was scared and that was like the day we're gonna fall. I got some stuff.
If they don't have another running back, that's not a
Shiny bit. That's something that you have no other looking at.
nothing else. So that's not a starting pick. That's a need. You took something stupid.
Let me ask you this.
the Dolphins do.
I have Dante Barrett. Barrett, Barrett.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you got? I don't even know, honestly.
As I said, Cowboys are committed. It's a definitive, right?
What did he say? He say it. Well, he didn't. He said in case retirement. So Will Johnson,
Tyron Smith finished his career with the Jets. He signed the one-day contract with the Cowboys. He retired. He did not finish with the Cowboys. I mean, finish the Cowboys. But his last team was the Cowboys. So Tyron Smith was gone. Cowboys last draft picks were Tyler Smith, the guard, draft pick the tackle, the guard, and Tyler Knight, the tackle.
I know you. I feel like I know you. It don't matter. All right.
Wait. You talking on the show for what? Just to get their reaction to the draft.
Cowboys fan?
What? I don't know what he said. He said. Wait. Hold on. I ain't got the mic.
He said.
Listen, I still wear 2 years.
So you still live in the past, apparently.
Okay.
Hey, wait! I need that to be on the promo. Yeah. Triple D that. I guess I'm paying to get sick. Wait.
You know, you just made. You're gonna be on one of our promos.
Triple D that. That is okay. So what do you think of the pick? Ask me what you think of the pick. It's okay. I'm still a Cowboys fan. I love it.
Hold on. It reminded me about the worst loss in franchise worst loss, and it's still to this day. Go back. 1985. Bears 4-4. Anyway,
You're back. Boom. What did I say? I said I'm back, right? Wait, I had two guys right behind him. Wait.
I had him going to the coast. Going to the coast.
Okay, I'll tell you exactly what he said.
Pastor, how do you feel about this draft? This is reckless. This is absolutely reckless.
Everything is okay.
if this traffic, this team wins, this guy makes a light return. If he doesn't, it's amongst the other But I think because again, if you really could at this point, yes, they tried to trade back and forth. They couldn't get their DJ back.
Only good. And they make a relatively aggressive
Yeah, I think
because if one day you guys did, or
they didn't.
again, top one like your
Again, hold on. Again, you have drafted by your head coach that your head coach believes hey, start there. Now, if they try to make because
the boat is hitting his crap, but they got one on third time.
again, again,
If it was a war, that's what I said.
whole time he's trade, how what are you going to keep up? What are you, he's not going to have any quarterback. That whole time he's going to have any quarterback. Everybody wants the number one pick. First round pick. Smart. You can make all those
Look, I what's the one? Saints and Dallas. I get that. That's question though is. Yeah, running backs.
Overhyped, super overhyped. And now we'll, and that was your score.
I want to thank they were happy to play. Right now, this is the best video for us. In terms of value,
Where they were, what they did.
absolutely. Help me understand. Warren versus Lovelace. What's the difference?
That's a really bad question.
The professor move.
It's interesting to ask that question because it's like I heard rumors that Lovelace
Was someone they really
liked. And the reality is, like you said, he faced a complimentary system that Johnson has at the second time. But again,
Well, I did hear that same article. That same article.
That has zero guaranteed dollars. You know this. If that wasn't drafted by this GM, if that wasn't St. John's per se, what if that is, we like it, but we like this other guy better. That's crazy. Now, so what I will say though is this. That's not the percent as they're saying for home today. This is Jack, let me ask you a question. If you're a Jags fan, are you happy today? I'm ecstatic. You're a Bears fan?
You were jumping up and down.
I'm not saying it made a bad call.
What I'm saying is, these make a lot more sense.
If there's something in the background. If there is like if they go in and say, hey, Hampton, why not top of Gentry? We got him 10 days later, and our number one tight end. Now we're in a conversation.
Oh, yeah, no question. There's no question that you can do that. Don't laugh. Okay, you want to be
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Are you happy? Talking as a fan now. Would you be happy if he gets around let's just drag that guy out. It's pretty good. Let's get over there and rusher available.
I would like Bears to make all kinds of attempts to get up, get him.
And let's be honest. Old was hyper.
Yes.
He's always
He made two big-time changes in 3 days before free agency. And the first signal up the bell is the Chicago Bears.
but keep in mind,
They were aggressive. Why would you be aggressive for agency and then in the draft you say whatever?
have you ever noticed something about storytelling? Look at the last 2 years. Now, don't you think the other teams do that? And say, let's slow down. You ever thought about that?
There may be something. There will sit there and say that's what I hope you wait for.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you
I don't think
something.
it's everything though.
Let me tell you something. No. Let me tell you something.
I covered Johnson.
Okay?
And then somebody said, fuck you, we're not talking to you.
Exactly.
I understand.
Exactly. You gotta be careful with the overgeneralization. He's trying to make trade. He's trying to move. Okay, Charles famous. Okay, Charles says, he's gonna screw you.
Do you remember my favorite sport actually the previous episode on my list is Moneyball.
Right.
Let's see in Moneyball was when Brad Pitt played. He sits there and starts talking about and he calls the next GM. Hey, Shakespeare, how can I help you? Fake car salesman. What my favorite line of it was said by any actor who was in their face on that show. My favorite line of that movie was by whatever voice
The GM.
Brian Stevens. Yeah, who are you screwing me for? Think about that. He knew he was going to try to screw him over, and he calls him out.
Right.
I
And that's a lot of most of the NFL teams that have current GMs know what's they know the game.
I was at the theory. It's a baseball game. It's half a game race. Say, hey, here's a pitcher. You want him? I would run away from that pitcher like the dark. If they think he's no good, that guy's no good. That Texans and certain GMs know what the hell's going on.
I would ask you a great question. 5 minutes. Okay. Here's a question. Who was the second draft pick? The Cowboys made under Jim Johnson, 1989. Who was the first draft pick in 89?
I want to say it was the defensive tackle Maryland. God, I can't.
No. Okay. The first draft pick in 89 was Troy Aikman.
But it was a defensive right. It was 100%.
Offensive tackle, Steve Wisniewski. Penn State. The Cowboys do it. That's what it's going to do. They get in Daryl Johnson. Then they do the kid one. It's out for the day. They wanted to draft the guy. Right, he fucking his failed. Notre Dame.
They did the
I want to know right to see how. If Jimmy said, the only guy we're going to have is a guy I know from Indiana.
Yeah, see, I
One guy
knew
from Wisconsin and the other high school. Only Jimmy knows Ken Norton Jr. Ken Norton Jr. is a good player.
Did he go to the Hall of Fame? But I think
No,
I don't know about
he was
that.
champion.
he was
Home defense. Dave Long. Dave Long was convicted. His
Jimmy Johnson, the draft is the value share. And all of these players, all of these kids, value draft pick for this.
I really don't know where to get I thought we didn't have it. Look, I didn't think we had the time schedule. He told us, stop counting down.
I agree with you. You guys, I want you guys to finish up. Thank you. Let's go Bears.
He went late. It's a good pick for Atlanta. Another excellent pick.
So we don't have a lot of time.
So let me ask you this. Let's get up the Bears for 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah.
Here.
Look, you read my mind because that's why I went up.
I think the way he's falling,
It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Look, hey, wait.
what?
He wants to dance in our show for some reason.
He thinks that it's going to
I
slide.
don't think she can dance though. Who else can? Unless you're a
Trade up, boy, that's the question. It's not straight up before Pittsburgh.
I don't think so.
I went crazy. Is it crazy? Where are we at right now? We're I don't think so.
I think he's gonna fall to Pittsburgh, and I think
Shador's going to Pittsburgh, and he's going to throw to those cracked out wide receivers that like to fight everybody. Shador's good, and he gave back in. Are you okay? You're thinking to the trading. I did hear that. I did hear that. Well, I wanted to know that when they got DJ Metcalf.
How many keys
But all of us, every one of them. It's not a good question. But again, every predictor. He's not all about the I guarantee you. But there's so let me ask you a question. We'll do something all mine and not all fans. I think I think we made that question because why?
he's a terrible.
Why? Why are you yelling at us? Okay.
All right, look, we got 1 minute left. I want to give a shout out because Winter has always been a great support. And here's the thing, I know I say this a lot of ours, but I've always appreciated it because, again, as Bears fans, this is home. All right? We have a lot of Bears fans. Rich can always come with all different types of stories. And then I got this little one over here, jump in some conversation and whatnot. Look,
They're down.
We're almost all season.
We're coming in new one.
It's rich. It's about to go off the rails. I'm about to make it on the rails.
And I come
Welcome.
Hey, we restart later, producer. Because I'm going to tell you right now. So Marion Hampton gets traded. And there's not we're not online. I'm literally going to say something.
emergency virtual.
Got it. I will literally throw something at your head.
I like it when
I'm just saying, there's still drama here. So George Sanders, where does he go?
Thank you, producer Javon.
It's lovely who we're going to deal with in the first round, and that's it. I gotta go.
Thank you to our guest, Rich.
Son, thank you to the Wingnut for hosting.
And
Good night.
say good night.
The best thing to do is tell them.